Hi there, Chameleon Insights. I was just reflecting on something related to reflection and reflexivity. It's something that I talk about quite a lot. I think it's a really useful tool within ourselves. If we can uh, get a handle on it really and grasp onto what it actually means, because it stops us from becoming consumed, subsumed almost by feelings that we haven't taken a moment to identify what they're about. And sometimes the kind of culmination of feelings and the accumulative kind of um, outcome of them can make us wonder whether um, we're feeling really overwhelmed. But actually, when we are able to identify what they are, we're able to kind of acknowledge them as small components that have kind of melded together in some way to become something bigger within us. And then by doing that, we're able to kind of put them back in their place, if you like, and realise that they're not actually as significant as we're feeling that they are, because we've not taken the moment to reflect upon them. So I was just sitting here, and there were a couple of things that kind of were bothering me, and I wasn't kind of clear about what they were, but I just had this feeling in my stomach that kind of was irritating me really, and I was thinking, oh, I feel really like this and really like that, and I thought, hold on a minute, I wasn't feeling like this earlier, so what's going on, and what's this really all about? And I was able to kind of just, and literally within seconds, a minute maximum, able to kind of retrace the steps of, okay, I found that piece of paper that made me feel a little bit sad with what was written, and I received that kind of message from someone that wasn't very understanding, and that made me feel a little bit irritated. What I actually wanted to do was to respond and kind of get into it, but I decided that no, I'm not going to do that because it wasn't worth it to me. Um, and then the other thing was that I got something mixed up in my on my calendar, and I kind of gave the wrong date to someone, and then had to call them back and say, I'm really sorry, but that's not available. Now, on their own, they're small things, they're nothingness, um, and are things that are manageable. But because I hadn't kind of taken a minute to acknowledge that I was bothered by those things in any way, they were kind of almost vying for attention within me. And I do speak about this often, the kind of unconscious reality, and how that can kind of take from our energy and kind of catch us off guard, really, because we've not taken a minute to kind of pull them into our conscious reality, if you like, and kind of, again, then put them back in their place. And by doing that, I was able to then think, you know what, actually, no, I feel fine. I'm absolutely fine. There's nothing big going on. There's nothing going on for me to be concerned about. It's just, unchecked um, aspects of my unconscious reality. So then that led me to think, actually, I will do a video of this, because I think it happens more often than we give it credit for. And sometimes the things that are bothering us that feel big just aren't. And I'm not, trying to be dismissive, because, like everyone else, I have faced major and significant challenges. And I'm just aware that sometimes we can make bigger of things that don't deserve that. And by just being reflective, being reflexive in the moment. So again, reflexivity is about kind of acknowledging that feeling as it comes up. So that feeling for me was definitely in my tummy and kind of rising up towards my solar plexus in the middle of my kind of chest. And I was feeling, or just below my heart, feeling oh, this doesn't feel nice, this doesn't feel comfortable. And potentially I could have taken that into feeling, oh, I'm feeling a bit low and I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, and actually realising that that wasn't the case. It's quite a relief. So I just wanted to share this with people. Sometimes we need to check ourselves in the moment, be reflexive, acknowledge where the source of something is and how the source of a few things can combine to become or feel like they become something bigger. Okay, take care now. Bye bye.